All right, man. Hang with Beatdrop podcast. We chilling. We've been on a good vibe, man. We've been
really good vibe.
We've been on a good vibe. We got a special friend. Look, Pinky already sat down. Look, he got his chips ready. He said, "I'm chilling."
Like, you know what? I get first dibs.
Yeah, that would sound good.
The show.
No, we got a great friend of ours. We known her since high school, and we were just catching up before. You know what I'm saying? And she goes by the name of Cindy. You know what I'm saying?
Della Cruz.
I see you. What's good?
Hi guys.
Hey,
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
This is like my official, I guess, first podcast.
For real?
This is, yeah.
Okay.
Is your podcast debut?
It is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, we're honored. We're honored. You know what
I'm
I'm
so
saying?
excited to do this. Yes, just know that I'm an open book. There's
Okay.
no censor. Like,
Okay.
whatever questions, and I'll let you guys know all about it.
Okay,
Everything.
so kids, if you guys are below 18 and you guys are hearing this,
Yeah.
please exit the room or please exit that. You know
Or
what I'm saying?
stay.
Yeah.
Or stay
Get
if you like.
informed.
You feel me? Get informed.
Yeah,
Get
get
informed.
informed, man. Seriously,
Yeah.
I'll be that parent that's like telling
Hell
my
yeah.
kids right from the start.
Hell yeah.
I like that. I like
That
that.
it might feel a little uncomfortable for them, but it's
No, it's all good. They gotta know what's up. You know,
Right?
somebody got to do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But let's start from the top. You know, in the podcast, we like to kind of know like where you're from. You know what I'm saying? And just let's get into it, man.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
so I'm from the 818.
Hey.
Van Nuys. Well, like born and raised in the Valley, basically. North Hollywood
Okay.
for elementary school, and
Okay.
then middle school I ended up going towards more like Van Nuys Panorama area. I went to Sepulveda for the first year for
Wow.
6th grade, and
For real?
then and then high school, and then I went to Vista or East Valley, whatever it's called.
Vista,
Vista,
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Vista. Yeah,
By
so I went
Noble?
to brand new schools all the time, yeah. And then high school, Panorama High, graduated 2010.
Okay.
Went to Valley College, did not graduate. Dropped out. Did my own thing. I started as like an assistant for a personal trainer that was in the industry for about 20 years or even like maybe 15 years when I met her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, I can do this too. I love the human body, so why not do this?
Yeah.
I wanted to be a nurse when I first got out of high school. That's what I went to college for. So that didn't happen, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm still helping people now, making people feel good about their bodies. So that's kind of the
It
same,
works for
right?
me.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
it works for me.
Kind of the same. So so I started doing that, got my certification, started working. I was working at a gym when I met her, so I was like a front desk receptionist for about a year or two. I was working for a douche, but whatever, it is what it is. I've learned, and then she picked me up as her assistant. That's how it started, to backtrack a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then I got my cert, started training people, and I've been doing it for like, I would say 4 years, like a year probably without any certification.
Yeah.
So like 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 years. And I love it. I love
And
it.
you feel that when you made the transition from being a nurse and helping people, getting fit.
Well, I was never a nurse. I wanted to be a nurse.
Oh, you okay?
I wanted to be a nurse. Yeah, it's okay. Don't be misinformed. No, I wanted to be a nurse.
You heard it here first. She was not a nurse.
She was not a nurse.
Okay.
I try to give her a title, but you know how that goes.
But thank you. But now I'm a professional in the fitness industry, so it's not just, let me be your fitness influencer. Lift, squat 20 reps, guys, and you're going to get a nice butt. No, that's not how it works.
Oh,
Yeah.
somehow it is.
Can you tell us? Because I feel like that's the thing. Like I'm sure everybody wants to get into fitness, and people probably think it's just like you said, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do a few things here, take a few pills, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't take any supplements. The
Yeah.
only supplement that I do take is my protein after my workout, or,
Okay.
or like for a quick. Literally, the only thing I take is the protein for a shake, or the shake after my workout.
Okay.
I don't take any pre-workout or
Yeah.
anything else other than a multivitamin and like some collagen maybe.
Okay.
And any type of my foods. I even put it in like my water and mix it in, right? But that's going to diet. But
Yeah.
I don't take any supplements. I feel like, and this is like a big old topic now too. A lot of people people think they can be or a fitness professional just by having people be like, oh my God, you look so good. Like on your Instagram, you should be a fitness or a personal trainer,
Yeah.
because you look good. And then they're like, oh yeah, you're right. Let me go get my certification. And then it's like, and then two months later, like I got my certification, I'm a professional and blah, 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 just because you have that cert. Like, but I feel like I worked with a lady, by the name of Holly Perkins, which is amazing, and I learned everything about her, and I love her so much. But everything I know is because of her. But I worked for her for such a long time, so I feel like I had a lot of I had a lot more knowledge, and I learned a lot more than just going into the gym. And this is what the book taught me, and this is what my certification taught me. I'm a professional. Listen to me. You know, it's like I kind of did it on myself first, and then get kind of guinea pigged myself, and then I was able to kind of guinea pig on my clients to see how it works, because it's all really trial and error. Like, that's why it's called personal training, because not one program is going to work for everybody. You,
right.
You know, because it worked for me, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Right.
You know, and that goes with the way you train, the way you eat, the way you do your cardio. Like everyone is different. Everyone has their own genetic gene, right? And like I've had my genetics tested to see how much carbohydrates I should be eating, how much protein I should be eating, how much fat I should be eating, how much I should be working out. Like I've done all of that. So, and then like the lady I worked for, Holly, like the things that we did for so long, I worked for 8 years. We tested it on a bunch of, like, a lot of women, you know, so it's not just something like, okay, cool, we know what we're doing, follow me.
No, so was this program based more towards like women or men in general, or
no,
both?
It's for anyone. But and then my philosophy and her philosophy, or her philosophy became mine too, was getting more women in the gym. Like,
okay.
And I'm so happy to see a lot more women in the gym, but a lot of these newer women that are in the gym are following these fitness influencers on IG and like Facebook. They have no background, you know, and they're following these girls because they look good and they want to look like them, and it's like,
but sometimes it's not that route that they're taking, right?
So and I'm not saying that those influencers are all bad, because not all of them are. You know, like some of them really do know what they're talking about, and the majority of them kind of do. But before anyone hires a professional like myself, like, do your research or talk to the person, like, you know, like, see what people she's helped, or, you know, like, ask if you know any mutual friends, like, hey, have you trained with Cindy, you know, how is she, you know, or anything like that. But so
you go in deeper, you go another step, as you say, because if you had to choose between doing strength and cardio or eating, what would it be to losing weight? As that part, like,
I mean, losing weight always comes down to your calories, right? Okay. Like we were talking about earlier, comes down to.
I mean, girl, don't put me on the spot. I know your brother got big right here, baby.
No, he's putting you on the spot.
I feel you, like, you know, I'm trying to get right. You feel me? No. I gotta take a drink. You feel me? Because I can't take this pressure right here.
Oh my gosh, stop! No, but seriously, it really comes down to what you're eating and how much you're eating. It's not about what you're eating. Sorry, it's really how much you're eating.
Okay.
So you can eat like I said earlier, you can eat 500 or 1,000 calories of just Snickers in your diet for the whole day, and still lose weight. You know, I mean, but it really comes down to your specific goals, my specific goals, right?
Because I'm thickalicious. Let me just put that out there. You feel me? Like, you feel me? But I was a snack before. You feel me? But I'm trying to be the full entree.
Hey, more bounce to the ounce, man.
Oh, I like that. Damn,
more bounce for you.
All right, more ounce.
You're like,
more bounce to the ounce.
You're right. I never thought about it that way.
Like, and do you feel like in the fitness community it's good to collaborate with other people? Like, that's good to work out with other people because you're learning constantly from other people?
I think so, yes. Yeah. And I think I need to do that a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think I was just I'm not scared, or I'm just maybe I was intimidated, but that's a part of me growing up. And getting to network and meeting people in my industry and learning new things. Just because I was with Holly for so long, I just felt like I was kind of maybe stuck, you know?
Yeah.
Not stuck, but I was comfortable, and I loved, and because she was the most knowledgeable woman I know, she's still to this day the smartest woman I know. Yeah. So I was like, I don't need to go anywhere else because I have her, and she knows everything and anything. Any question I have, she has the answer to, you know? But I do think working out with other people, and like training with other people, even a trainer needs a trainer. So, you know, it's like when I get that knowledge from the outside perspective, it makes me grow as a person, makes me grow as a trainer, and a lot. I
think I caught that you say even a trainer needs a trainer. That's really good, because you're always looking. Every time you started something, you always look to a mentor, somebody that mentored you. You feel me? And they look to a mentor, and I think that's the beautiful thing, because after you look up somebody that you look up to, and they want to do the same things you're doing, then you look at the people they're doing.
Exactly.
And then it goes down and down and on. But me saying that, talking about that, I went with my boy Gio to a convention, a fitness convention. I don't know if you heard of it. I think it was in in LA. And,
it
was in
at
LA.
The convention center.
And I just went, and it was crazy because I seen a lot of brands, new brands that I have not seen before. Obviously, everybody sees Nikes, Adidas, Reeboks, all that. But they're coming up with new brands, and I'm not gonna lie, they got some cool fitness stuff coming out that we got to see there, like up in first hand. You know, if you went there, you saw it.
I didn't go to the convention just because I'm like, it's the same thing, but I should be going. And that's where it's like, that's where I need to change the way.
That's when you start networking, because I saw a lot. I even saw my favorite dude there. So when I seen him, I was like, I didn't know he was gonna be that short. But when I saw him, hey, no disrespect, bro, I'm not even gonna say his name. But when I saw him, I was like, damn. Yeah. But he does look exactly like the pictures.
And a lot of these people look like that too, like on Instagram or like on social media. They look so much taller in person in their photos, and then when you see them in person, they're just like huh?
What? A question I got for you is what do you think motivates you to go to the gym? Because I feel like that's the thing. A lot of people, like, it's hard for people. You know, they stay committed. You know, they're doing it for a month. They probably lose some weight in the beginning, and then they're like, all right, hell yeah. But then they hit a plateau. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do you think, like, motivates you to keep going, to be like, you know what, like, there's always something I could do to get better. You know what I mean?
And you don't use pre-workout, you said.
I don't.
So that's even
my pre-workout's coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee, or honestly, dude, meditation. That's been my new thing.
Okay.
If I meditate. And I haven't meditated today, so that's not good. Tisk. But meditating has given me a lot of energy. So is coffee, right? Or every now and then I'll take a Celsius. Yeah. Okay, we all know our Celsius. Not the best thing, but I'll drink a Celsius. Okay. On a rare occasion. But to stay motivated, honestly, dude, like for me right now, myself, I want to be in the best shape of my life. So if that means tomorrow I get offered the opportunity to be in a magazine on the cover, who knows, or in a fitness ad, like I want to be ready and be like, okay, cool. I have no regrets about how my body looks, so now my body's gonna look on point, you know. So sometimes sometimes you know it's hard to get myself to the gym. It's like I've trained so many people in the day, and it's like I want to go home, chill, and just relax, you know, watch some TV or whatever. But it's like, no, all right, Cindy, do that extra cardio session. Like, you're gonna look so much better knowing, and you're gonna feel better doing whatever you wanted to do at home, doing those extra 30 minutes of cardio, you know. So motivating myself would be having a goal, right, which is being in a magazine and being the biggest and baddest self that I can be. And, you know, exactly. No, I'm serious. It's like, look at your future self, and even like, I'm even doing this for my future self. My future self is going to thank me for working out hard now because I'm not going to be able to do that later. You know, like I will be able to do it later, but not to the extent that I'm doing it now. So I'm doing this for my future self. And I learned that from another Sean Stevenson, right? Which is, if you guys have heard of him, he's pretty big. He has a podcast, right? The Model Health Show, I believe. But I've been listening to him, and he's just incredible. But, I'm doing this for my future self. And then like for my clients, like they're like, Cindy, I like to have them have a motive, like a goal. Be like, Cindy, I'm doing this for my wedding. Or Cindy, I'm doing this because I want to lose 30 pounds.
So their why.
Right.
Which is what's an acronym, what hits you?
Exactly. What's your why, right? But then you really need to focus on your why. And then, but look, motivation comes and goes. And it comes and goes for me too. Like what you really need to, when it comes down to, is really just looking at that end of the line, no matter how far it is, like, all right, I'm going to look like this, and then I'm not going to look like this by sleeping another hour. Okay, right?
But you think when you get there, you think you got to find another step to motivate you deeper? Because I'm not going to lie. Like we talked about it earlier, I did hit a plateau. And, you know, I said it because of my ex or my girlfriend, whatever it was. But I hit a plateau where I was comfortable. I got comfortable. That's the word. I got comfortable. Yeah. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And I think at that part, I was just like, yo, why? I had to really go. I was doing so good. Why did it happen?
And then that's when I would kind of like purposely kind of be like, hey, let me book a trip to an island. Right. Ooh. And I want to look good in this island. And that's a good way to, and I say this to everyone and even to myself. You need to basically reward yourself, right? Why are you gonna work hard? So you're working hard for what? You need something for you too. Like work hard and do something for you. So if that for you is having a nice vacation, then that's something I would say. But like book yourself a vacation. That doesn't mean Bali or a fucking fancy
I'm gonna
ass.
stop you there with fancy and balling because I heard you just came back from Italy. What's up with that?
Oh, that was so much fun.
Oh, just like wait a minute.
I loved Italy.
That was a little something.
Italy was amazing. But you know, like like if you really do find yourself in a plateau and it's like, no, I what am I doing? It's like then book yourself a fucking trip.
Okay.
And then be like, all right, I want to look good for that trip, so I can eat whatever the fuck I want on that trip. You know, or even that.
But that's smart though, because you're saying book the trip because
And
you
then
have a goal. But I feel like some people book trips because they want to escape what they got to do here.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so the
true,
fact that
yeah.
you're saying that, you know, for that could be the end goal, that's actually super dope. I never heard nobody say it like that because I just hear people go, we talk about that all the time. We people to go like, I want to take a trip, but just to go. And then we're like, okay, but you're saying like, okay, I'm going to book this trip, but it's because I'm trying to look good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to look good on my trip. Like,
yeah.
You don't never know who you're going to meet at this trip.
Yeah, that is
like,
true.
you know what
That
I
is
mean?
true.
Let me get my pen real quick. Let me take notes real quick.
No, or you know, like if that's not your thing, then you know, just that's a hard one for me. Like, like having, and I can only push somebody so much, and then you know, if that means hiring a coach like myself or a fitness professional in any way to motivate you to do that, then do that. Either way, you're gonna have to invest your money in a trainer, like just so you know you're doing it right.
Right.
You know, like it's either invest your money in a trainer now or invest your money later with a doctor or with an orthopedic or anything. You know, it's like you
gotta invest.
That's
on
you
facts.
got problems. Like you're gonna have to go to the doctor because you didn't work
That's
out your whole
facts.
life.
Yeah.
That's facts.
And
You know, and it's like why would I go and let's just say, for example, why am I gonna let's just say I want to hire a professional photographer for my wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna go and hire myself? Let's just say, am I gonna go and hire someone like myself that has no experience, right? Or maybe even 1 year of experience, no portfolio or anything like that, like. And I don't know anything about photography, you know?
Right.
It's like, why am I going to go and do it for myself? You know? So it's like, why are you going to train yourself when you don't even know what you're doing? You know? It's like.
But you know what I feel? I feel like I could speak for myself because I done it. I'm not going to be a hypocrite about it. But I feel like sometimes we think we know it all when we really don't.
Yeah.
And that ego.
And that's the ego, yeah.
Yep, that's that ego speaking. And you got to be real careful because when that ego speaks, it could be real dangerous because you could think you know it, but you really don't.
Yeah.
And it's that one saying that you probably pay, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You do.
And if you're trying to go the cheap way, it's going to cost you.
It is.
And however long it takes is going to cost you.
And
we were talking about earlier, my bad, but we were talking about earlier that I told you something that stick through me the whole life is you do it right, you do it light, you do it wrong, you do it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's my coach.
With
you know,
technique over everything, you know, it's like, or when people go into the gym and they're like, I can lift 200 pounds or like 300 pounds. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's awesome. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's awesome. It's amazing. I'm like, can I please see you? You know, and then I see them do their deadlift or their squat at 300 pounds or their bench press. And I'm like,
fucking up their bag and shit.
You're about to fuck
I'm
that
just
shit
like,
up.
I'm like, oh my God, stop. Okay, thank you for showing me. But I'm like, you cannot do that. I was like, do you not feel any extra pains? And they're like, no, I feel good.
Like, nah, I mean, my arm feels fucked up, but I'm good.
My shit is fucking, my shit is loose, but it's cool.
No. If anything, they're like, I'm okay. And I'm like, you're not going to feel like that in 2-3 months. You know, like keep doing that and you're only hurting yourself. Yeah. So it's like in a lot of my male clients had trouble listening to me and taking my advice, right? But then when I showed them and I was like, hey, just tweak this a little bit, change your foot position a little bit. And then I was like, oh my God, Cindy, I feel so much better. I could lift heavier now. Yeah. And I was like, okay, awesome. Like all you need to do is just fix your technique, but it comes down to technique over weight, you know? So, but it, like I said, ego has a lot to do with it.
And I'm glad you talk about that because you said some of the male, like when they approach you, you think it feels like more of, yo, you know, she's a female. Why would I let her teach me some type of things when this is like a man thing? Like, you feel me? I
mean, no. And when it comes, all my male clients that have come up to me, haven't come up to me with that approach. It's more like they want the macho weight on their bench press, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude, you can't even lift 45s. Like, you know,
that's probably gonna be me. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I keep telling him, I'm like, dude, it's not an ego thing. If you let your ego come into the way, like, it's gonna fuck you up. You know, like we can do it, and I'm not gonna be that trainer to be like, yes, let's continue doing it. I'm gonna, no problem, because that's gonna backfire on me. You're gonna get injured, and you're not gonna be able to come back.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not my philosophy. You know, like, and if you. And I'm not trying to say that I want to be your trainer for the rest of your life, because that's not my goal either. My goal is to have you comfortable enough to be able to do this on your own. Yeah. And then every now and then come up to me and be like, hey, Cindy, can we have another session next week? Or let's book a couple of sessions just to make sure that my technique's correct. Yeah. You know?
And then I can keep going with my thing.
Exactly. Like, if you can't afford a trainer 3 times a week or 4 times a week, at least hire them every 2 weeks. Just to make sure that your technique is spot on. That your technique is good, because if your technique is off, but even a little bit, like, you're using the wrong muscles, you know, like you're not going into the right muscle group. You might have a great workout because you moving, like it's really just about moving, you know. It's like, no, it doesn't matter, Cindy, I still had a great workout, but I'm like, in the long run, you're gonna hurt yourself. Now you gotta spend
on a knee brace and shit,
$100 on a fucking adjustment because you fucked your shit up because you weren't squatting right, or you're lunging incorrectly, you know, like, this is going in, this is going out, you know. So it all comes down to technique. Don't let your ego get in the way. Just
that's dope.
You can hire even me, you know, like I hire at least a trainer like once a month. Be like, hey, can I have a session? Like,
that's dope.
Like, I want to make sure my squat's all right. Like, I feel stronger, but I'm not sure, you know.
Like, keep you sharp and shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And like, what is your workout routine? Like, do you work out every day? Is it Monday through Sunday,
every other day?
Or how does it? What do you feel works best for you?
I strength train, so doing weights. Okay. 3 times a week. I try. That's on a good week. I'll probably get 4 days. Okay. But I'm on an actual plan. I'm not just in the gym and thinking like, all right, cool, I feel like squatting today, let me squat today. Yeah. Or I feel like doing bicep curls, let me do a bicep curl today. Like, no, that's not how it is. I have a plan. I do that because that's the only way you're going to see results, right? I have 3 days of strength of training, and then I'll have about 3 to 4 days of cardio. Mm-hmm. One of those days will be like some sprints, some intervals, and then some like steady state where my heart rate stays the same for a while. Mm-hmm. And then I'll have 1 or 2 yoga sessions. So
hey, I be seeing you though on the Instagram though. You be on that shit. I be like, damn.
I love me some yoga.
I love that yoga. Shit is so spiritual. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't even do it.
Honestly, look, it's changed the way that I train in the gym with the weights. Okay. Right? So it's like I've always been aware of my body, but once I started incorporating yoga, and I have the best instructor at Equinox. Okay. Joseph. I forgot his last name.
Shout out to Joseph.
Yes, he's amazing. Joseph, you're amazing if you ever listen to this. But yeah, he it's just like, you know, it's your brain has 2 parts, right? Mm-hmm. Right? So it's like, just because you're extending with your right arm, don't forget about your left arm. Like, there's energy coming out both ways, right? Okay. Same thing when you you're standing in a handstand. There's energy coming through your hands, and there's energy coming out through your feet, right? So it's not just one way. Right. It goes both ways. So when I'm strength training, when I'm doing a bicep curl, I'm not just thinking about my biceps. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm thinking about grounding myself to the floor and, you know, standing correctly, you know?
Hey, I'm glad you spoke about that, because with one feet or the other, or one hand or the other, depending on the body part you're working out, it does make sense that you focus on it, like, really deep. And a lot of people will be like, no, I just like doing this hard and quick. But no, when you really focus, you start like, damn, like, this is how it feels. And going back to the Equinox, personally, I used to work for Equinox, you know, back in the day, the one on by AMC and Oxnard, Oxnard and stuff. And I would see the only thing different besides the expensive ass gym, the only difference I saw is for every trainer they had on the board, they had a little bit about themselves that they specialized. Thank you. Specialized on it. And I like that, you know, because you could go in there and be like, yo, you know what? I really want to work for girls and topic, my abs and my butt. Yeah. Who's the person to work with? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I like that. I think that was very smart marketing in their way. But now going to the next question. For you, what's your favorite body part to work out?
booty. and back. I love working out my back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I love working out my back. And I don't know why.
Booty and back. Booty and back.
Because they're like the most important, even for my clients. Like they need it the most. And not a lot of women have strong glutes. They may have a big butt, but they're not strong, you know. Or a lot of people are. The majority of the people, like we're sitting down right now, you know. Like we're in our cars the entire day.
I need some work done.
Yeah, you feel me? Me too, girl.
It's like our glutes right now are
I got work to
asleep.
do.
They're asleep right now because they're sitting down.
Yeah.
You know, like so it's booty and back. That's my thing. That's my thing.
That's awesome. And then so what really got you into just being part of fitness? Like what made you make that move where you were like, you know what, I'm gonna stay committed, I want to be a trainer? Like were you nervous in the beginning when you started getting clients? Were you just like, man, like hopefully I do good? Like was that whole process kind of like
I mean, look, my first client, I was shitting bricks. So I was like, fuck.
You're like, go stretch.
Like, but you know what?
Am I doing too much? Am I doing too little?
Like you're the only one that's nervous though. Like I'm the one that's nervous. Like they don't know that this is my first client. I don't need to tell them that. Like I don't have to be like, hey, you're my first session ever. Like that's not gonna make them feel comfortable.
You're like,
am I sure that I hired the right person? You know, no. Like you don't have to say that, but I'm not gonna lie and be like, yeah, I've had 20 years experience.
Yeah.
You know, like no. I'm like, yeah, I'm a newer trainer. I've been at this about a year now. Like I know what I'm doing. Like let's just confine in me for now and see if this works. You know, if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not that trainer that's like, no, stay with me, right? But wait, what was the question again?
Like, were you nervous in the beginning when you started doing it? Like, no, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, were you nervous in the beginning?
Oh yeah, so I was a little nervous for my few sessions, but I showed it, but I was pretty confident in myself already. Like, you need to have some confidence. Like, even if that doesn't mean like you're 110% with your knowledge, because I learn even till this day, like even every single day, every single session that I have with my clients, I learn something, you know, it's like, and I take that with me, you know, it's like, okay, my client had this issue, like, or she's hurting here, let me look it up. Like, what can I do to help her? You know, if there's ever a question, or like when in the beginning, they were like, if they had a question and I didn't know the answer, I didn't want to give them the wrong answer, so I wasn't going to give them the wrong answer either and sound like I'm knowledgeable and then in the end look stupid. Right? Because what if they look it up? Right? Or anything, doesn't matter. So I'll be like, you know what? I don't know the answer to that. Let me ask my mentor. If my mentor doesn't know it, or like let me search it up, let me look into it, and that'll be the way, you know. And they like that. They like that, right? But what kept me going as a trainer, because I see a lot of people becoming trainers, and then like a year, 2 years down the road, they're doing something else, right? Because it's not working for them, right? But this is all I do, so I'm making it work for me, you know. And I'm honestly really grateful for all the clients that I have. I have a lot of clients that I've had since I started, you know, and all my clients I love and very dearly. They're like my best friends, you know. I see them all the time. So we have a
that's awesome.
It's a different bond, you know, because I see them all the time. And a lot of my friends, like I don't see my friends a lot, you know, and it sucks because I've lost a lot of friends. Like I've lost a lot of friends by mistakes I've made in my life. Prioritizing my job, but I've learned now that I'm being 27, like I'm still growing too. Like I need to learn how to balance, you know. So I need to balance my life, my career, my friends, and my family, but put me first.
Always.
Right? Like always
self-love,
put you
right?
first. Always, like, and that's hard. That's hard. It's easier said than done, right? But how are you going to help somebody feel better about themselves? Even me as a trainer, how am I going to be a better trainer for my clients? If I am not the best human being that I can be. Or if I'm not continuing to grow. Like, I'm not going to... Still water ends up being moldy. But we need to keep running. So it's like... And then it just comes... It's back to balance. Like, just balance. You learn a little bit, you know, like... Learn different things every day, read a little bit, do whatever makes you feel good. Like, try to balance out things that you do for your work and try to balance out things that you do for yourself.
Do you feel like, not to get like crazy personal about it, but like, do you feel like, you say you get confidence, you know, you feel good about yourself, and you know, you're saying it's tough to maintain like relationships. Do you feel like it's difficult to be in a relationship like with somebody because it's one of those where you're super confident about yourself, you're so busy, where a guy that could kind of throw him off? Do you feel like that could be something
Hell
where
yeah.
a guy could be like
not
man,
comfortable with what you're doing?
Like, do you feel like that could throw like a guy off a weird way where it's like, yo, you're super confident about yourself, you know what the fuck you want, like, and it's just a guy could be like, oh, like feel discouraged in a sense
because you're looking like a snack?
So that comes down to the guy.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
That comes down to the guy, and it's how confident that man is with himself.
Right.
Okay. If this man knows what I do, right? I'm not trying to say that I'm checking in every fucking 10 minutes because that's not what I'm going to do anymore.
Right.
I did that once, and it's just stupid.
I only told you to check in once. I don't even know why you're bringing it up.
You know what I mean?
Like, girl, you
it's
better
just
chill.
stupid. Don't stop him by slap your ass.
All right, my bad. Sorry.
No, but it comes down to the guy. It's like, if the guy is confident in himself,
right,
there's no questions asked.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he knows where I'm at. He knows what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, I'm home. And if he calls me, he knows I'm with a client.
Yeah.
You know, or I'll call him right back. You know,
Yeah.
but the guy, see, my ex-boyfriend wasn't in my industry, so he didn't understand.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's the thing too.
He
right?
would be. He wasn't in. He didn't understand how I had to be with my clients.
Yeah.
I needed to be a little friendly, not in a inappropriate way or anything.
Right.
But his insecurities made it seem like it was more than it really was. Right. So that became a problem in the long run.
Yeah.
But and then he would have a problem with me wanting to take clients on the weekend. But it's like, for me, it's like, I'm not working a 9 to 5 like you are.
Right.
Like, you get paid.
Hourly.
You get paid hourly, and you get PTO and shit. Like, I don't get that. You know, like, I'm working for myself. All the money I make, I have to save, and I have to get my retirement money. Like, I don't have a 401k like that. Like, you know, like, you have it with your company. Like, I need to have my own retirement fund separately. That's a whole different thing. You know, like, it has to come out of my money, and it is obviously a 401k. It's coming out of your check little by little, right? But it's like, I don't have those benefits that he would have
because if it's a 9 to 5,
because
it's hourly and all
exactly. So it's like, dude, I can't take 2 weeks off of work because of like that. It's like when I went to Italy, like, I did 10 days, you know?
Yeah.
And that was good. Like, I was, and I'm okay with that, you know, but I can't take more than that. Otherwise, my clients need me. And it's like, my clients were like, where am I going to go, Cindy? You know, I have to work out. So it's like, but I leave them with the plan for those 10 days, you know, like, but any more than that, it would be pushing it just a little bit, you know, but he didn't understand that. And now I'm kind of seeing this other dude, not seriously or anything, but we're like, you know, doing our thing. But he gets it because he's in the fitness industry. Sorry.
No, that's cool. We'll talk about it later. You feel me? Like, that's cool.
You know, but he's in the fitness industry, so he understands, and I understand his. You know, I understand his schedule. It's like, if he doesn't get back to me in 2-3 hours, it's because I know he's training. Or
and I'm glad you understand now this live. You feel me? Because back then you was pushing it, but I'm glad you came to understand it.
It's
and
tough,
that comes down to everyone's insecurities and everyone's like, just how they feel about themselves. If they're confident in themselves, like, and I've learned to be so much more confident in myself.
Do you think that took time? Like,
it did. And honestly, it's like, even like with embracing how beautiful I am, like, I didn't know how pretty I was for a while. Like, I was like, I'm an average looking girl, you know? And then, like, I look at myself, I'm like, if I fix myself even just a little bit, like, even if I don't, and I'm like, God, Cindy, you're a really good.
I feel about myself that every day I wake up, I'm like, damn, bitch,
Yes, like, you have to talk to yourself like that.
Bitch, you
I'm like, damn.
I'm
like, you're a full course meal, B. You have a great day.
Yes.
No wonder
like,
you ain't
need
in
to treat yourself like you're 110% and beautiful, and it's like, have that confidence in you, and like, even a not so good looking person having that confidence makes you look so fucking sexy.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have that problem.
Yeah,
I'm
me
straight.
too.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
sexy.
Yeah,
So sexy, you know? But yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's tough. You know, like when you speak about someone that's not in your industry or someone that doesn't really understand it, that could get difficult. You know what I'm saying? Even in the music shit, it's like, you know, you stay long ass nights and people probably think that it's, you know,
he's hoeing around.
Yeah, and people, it's like, you know, like you said, a 9 to 5, I feel like a lot of people think it's like, okay, you clock in, you clock out, okay, it's time to come home. And I feel like you said, in the fitness, you're networking, you're meeting people. You know, you never know how those relationships could end up to being something bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's good that you're starting to, what happened?
What?
Why you
Oh,
nervous?
give me Ciroc. Fuck it, faster that. Keep talking. Just pass me the Ciroc.
Oh, you want Ciroc? Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna take a hit, y'all.
No, that's good. And then there's one thing that I feel like I hear a lot of people talking about. I want to hear your opinion about it. Is the keto diet, right?
Oh, keto diet. That's a good one.
Like, I feel like the keto diet is such like it's popping right now. Like it's the thing to do, you know? So I want to know someone that knows about what they're talking about, because you could go on Google and Google will take you to so many different places. You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear what you think about it.
I'm not gonna say I'm I'm the biggest professional, but I do have that background because of the lady I work for, and I'm so thankful for again. But the keto diet, you guys, that was developed by a doctor, right? Okay, and for people with epilepsy. Okay, so brain dysfunction. Okay, it wasn't meant for people to do it as a diet to lose weight. Okay, yes, it works. It works for only for a certain amount of time. Okay. And then yes, you're gonna lose weight, right? Because, but ew, you're eating so much fucking fat and so much protein and like little carbs, barely anything. Like, how are you living? Yeah. But
because you need carbs, right?
You need carbs. Your cells, your brain, your blood, everything in your body needs your 3 macronutrients. Your cells to make everything to make your whole body function. Yeah. You need carbs. Okay. You need proteins. And you need fats. Okay. Fats doesn't mean fucking chips. Okay. Like fats means olive oil.
Right,
means
can you take these tips away?
It means almond oil. It means almonds. Maybe some walnuts. Like healthy fats. Okay. Like everything comes down to healthy foods. But that healthy food. I mean, I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to backtrack because that goes into something else. But, you know, it's like just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you're eating strategically, right? So you need to eat strategically. Strategically for me means having a balanced diet. Okay. Just like a balanced life. Okay. Okay. You need to balance your carbs, your fats, and your proteins. A ketogenic diet is going to work for a man or a woman who is super overweight. Okay. Okay. It will get them down because they're not eating any carbs, right? Carbohydrates. Yeah. But then anyone who's on a ketogenic diet, 110%. If you go and ask them, they feel like shit. Yeah. Okay. They're tired. They're grumpy. They're craving food. Yeah. All these different things. Okay. I had a client actually. That was on the keto diet for 2 years. 2 years. Okay. Oh, shit. 2 years. Okay. And then she developed so many hormonal issues. She had a thyroid issue. Her adrenals were off. Like everything. She was having so many issues. And she came to me and she's like, Cindy, I'm not losing weight. I'm on a keto diet. Like it's working for everybody, but it's not working for me. I've done it for 2 years. And I'm like, no. I was like, stop right there. I was like, I am sorry. Please listen to me. I know it's going to take a lot of effort to fix this and turn this around. So I gave her a percentage of fat. I gave her a percentage of protein. And I gave her a percentage to eat for her carbs. And miraculously, she's on no pills now. Oh, okay. Shit. All her hormones are back to normal. Like her thyroid, her adrenal glands, everything's back to normal. Like she hasn't even lost weight. She's the same weight, but she looks tighter and lean. She's like the best. She's the best looking client that I have. Huh. She's extra lean and she wants to put on some more size. Now it's changing it. Right. Now it's time to tweak her plan and put some muscle mass on her because she wants bigger thighs and she wants a bigger butt, right? So she's like, Cindy, you see how big your thighs are? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I want them like that. And I'm like, okay. And I just know it's not gonna take 1 month. You know,
it takes time.
It takes time. Like I didn't look like this in 3 months. Yeah, it took it took me 2 years.
2 years
to look how I look.
And do you feel like in those 2 years you had a good amount of cheat meals or
Oh
shit
yeah,
like that?
oh
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I would go in my diet. I would go out of my diet, and I don't like diet as a word. I just like eating the way I like to eat.
Yeah,
change your habit, eating
Yeah,
habits.
yeah, exactly. But keto, I am against it. It's for people with epilepsy, you know. But or someone who really needs to drastically lose weight, I would do it for a little bit, but it's only going to work for so long.
That's what I was going to ask you next. I was going to say, so you think keto diet works for a certain amount of time, and after you're going to hit that plateau.
Yeah,
regardless,
exactly.
Your client, you're going to hit a plateau, and after that,
and you're going to feel like shit.
Yeah. Well, besides that, but they're going to come to you regardless, because they're going to be like, yo, we need to tweak some stuff.
Yeah.
I need to do something else because I'm not feeling it. I'm not losing weight, and that's when you hit a plateau and you start getting discouraged because you lost half a pound.
So it works, but only for a certain amount of time.
Correct.
And then you're there, and it's like, okay, what now? And then that's when I come in.
Hey, so for someone that's trying to lose weight, like, because I'm sure you get that question a lot, like, yo, how can I lose weight in like a month or in 2 months? Like, what would you like tell that person? Like what?
Why are you talking about me?
Nah,
that's fucked up.
I
wasn't trying to look at you.
That question could go a lot of ways. Like, are you talking about working with me, or if you're just a stranger coming up, or a friend coming up to me like, hey, Cindy, I know you're in the industry, so how can I lose weight?
I'm sure you get that a lot, right?
I do.
Like, yeah. So like, what would you say is good for someone that wants to start, like, just to get in that mode? Because I feel like people always want to look for shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, you know, the keto diet, you know, which is why, like my sister, like, I love my sister, but goddamn, like, I always feel like, yo, I'm just trying new pills, and like, you could lose weight in a week, and I'm just like, I feel like that's not healthy. Like,
it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just one of those where it's like, working out is so good, you know, and I was telling Raj, like,
therapeutic,
at least for myself, you know, I've been working out in the past, I'll say 3 or 4 months, and I feel fucking awesome compared to where I wasn't working out before and eating fucking Jack in the Box every day and drive through. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like fitness is so good for you. It's so helpful. Why do you think people just maybe check out? Like, what do you think it is? Like, do you just feel like people are just they're scared to go to the gym?
It's a commitment.
Yeah,
it's a commitment, and not a lot of people can commit.
Yeah,
you know, and then
why you looked at me when you said that?
And then
that's fucked up.
Nobody was even looking at you. I was pointing at you.
Oh, you see,
I was pointing at you. No, but it comes down to commitment.
Yeah,
and it's, you know, but I think that's a hard one, you know, and it's like, it really comes down to like,
you can stop pointing like that. Like, I get it.
You know, just, I think if you really want it, you're gonna do it.
Yeah. Right.
And even if you find an excuse, you really don't want it. You know, and everybody's their own person. Like, you can't force somebody to go to the gym, you know? And it's like, if you don't want to go to the gym, then my next step is then work out at home.
Right.
You know, get yourself someone who knows, who can give you a prescription plan to work out at home. All you really need is a few dumbbells, a few resistance bands, and you got yourself a gym. But you can only do so much at home.
Right.
You know, so if that means that what you're doing and something's better than nothing, then I am 100% okay with that. At least you're moving, you're doing something to better yourself. Yeah. You know, and my hope is only for you to fall in love with that so much that you want to transition to the gym.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you can't force somebody to get to the gym unless they really want it, you know. And if they're not focusing on their gym, then at least have them focus on their diet. Like, make sure you're eating right, make sure you're sleeping correctly, make sure you're sleeping enough hours in the day. Yeah. Like, sleep is so important. Like, sleep is so important. Like, if you're not sleeping enough, you're not functioning properly. You know, it's like,
would you say that's number 2? It'll be dieting, then sleeping, then working out? Or if you had to order it like the Cindy way, what would you order out of those 3?
No, it's not even ordering them, but if I guess
they're all important.
If I had to order them, I would. My first would be diet, then strength training, and then cardio. So those are my 3. Those are my that's my trifecta. That's my trifecta in having people change their bodies. Change your diet. And if you're not going to change your diet, then you can't outwork a bad diet, but work out like a motherfucker. Work out, do your cardio. But, yeah.
And what will be the message to, like, let's say people that are beginning or people that are too afraid to even go to the gym, or you said they could work at home, well, and especially to like women, to empower them, what would be your message to them? Like to be like, yo, you know what? This is what you got to do. I'm not even telling them what to do, but this is what motivated you to get where you're at.
I mean, for the mother, for the women that are mothers, I would say do this to be able to, or run around with your kids when they're older and your grandkids, you know, it's like, or do this for your future self, you know, it's like, it's going to feel so good. Do this for your kids to look up to and be like, hey, my mom put some time aside, or my dad put some time aside for himself to feel good and look good, you know, like he wants to be confident. I want to be confident too, you know, like just put an example for your kid. For, you know, anyone who's just, you know, working from a regular job, and just do this for your future self. And that's like the biggest thing, you know, like do this for you. Like you, and there's been studies actually, okay, that have proven that you work better, okay, in the office job, right, or whatever you're doing, you work, I think 15% better or 30% better. I'm not 100% sure, but one of those. You work better basically if you're strength training regularly compared to the person that isn't doing anything. Yeah. Okay.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling. But you know, do this for you. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna have so much more confidence in yourself. You have so much more confidence at work. The way you carry yourself, you know,
it's different.
It's a lot different, yeah.
And for example, I know at least I have this problem. Like, I don't know how you do as far as your meals. Are you somebody that meal preps? Are you somebody that cooks every day? Because at least for myself, someone that's so out and about, it's difficult for me to possibly find those restaurants that are just healthy. You know what I'm saying? So do you feel like, do you meal prep, or what's like, how do you go about as far as so you could eat healthy? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's a thing too, where so many people are like, yo, I want to lose weight, but a salad is $7 when I could go to McDonald's and buy a McDouble. You get what I'm saying? So how do you feel like what do you think you do to kind of maintain you at the right shape? Do you meal prep, or like how do you approach that when it comes to your nutrition?
So for a long time, right? Maybe
a long time.
A year and a half ago, I was eating correctly, right? I was eating salmon, eating fish, eating fucking brown rice, quinoa, and vegetables, and blah blah blah, right? And I was like, why am I? And I'm working out all the time. Like, why am I still looking the same? You know, and it all comes down to eating the right amount of foods, eating the proper amount of carbs, eating the right amount of protein and fats. So if I know I'm gonna have a busy week, and I've been measuring out my food for a long time.
Okay.
So at first I would meal prep all the time. Like that was me doing it 24/7. Like every Sunday religiously, I would have all my meals for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. Okay. The only thing that I would cook every other day was vegetables, because vegetables go bad. Right. After being cooked, right, for about after 2 days. I would try to eat them the same day, right, or the next day, no later. Okay. But I would meal prep religiously all the time. When I was with my ex-boyfriend, because I would meal prep for him too. Oh, okay. So he was eating well.
She said so. He was fed. You feel me?
He was fed. Okay. Yeah, I take care of my man's. All right. But then once I started seeing, you know, how much 4 ounces of turkey looks like, or a cup of rice looks like I didn't have to measure it so many times, right? But I still measure it till this day. Okay. But let's say I go to a restaurant, I don't meal prep as often as I do. I don't even meal prep anymore. Really? I'll cook maybe every other 3 days, and I'll put that away. So I guess that's kind of meal prepping. Yeah. But I'm not prepping it in my Tupperware or anything like that. But I'll cook for about 2 days, have a good batch of rice, some vegetables, and some type of protein, and then that's how I'll eat. But till this day, if I can, I love to measure my food. Like, just to make sure I'm getting, this is the calories that I've had for the day. This is the amount of macros that I've had for my day. Yeah. But yeah, if I can, I would measure. But when I go out to restaurants, because everyone goes out, and that's the only way to socialize and network, you know? Yeah. I know what 4 ounces of salmon looks like. You know, so if a dish comes out and it's this huge, I'm like, I know that's 2 servings, you know, and a lot of restaurants nowadays give you about 2 servings of food. They give you a lot of food, you know?
Okay.
So it's like, if you know what your food looks like, you don't have, and once you've done it for a while, you don't have to think about it so much and be like, oh, I've overate, or what if that was too much fat, or what if that was too much protein, you know, like.
And I'm glad you spoke about that, because I was gonna ask you, when you go out to restaurants or family functions, do you take your own food, or?
Oh no, when I go out to family functions, or like I'll eat because I don't.
You know what?
I'll eat.
Para llevar.
I'll eat. Unless, look, dude, I'm not trying to compete. I'm not trying to compete for like WF, or you know, that whole women's competing where like they're like super buff and stuff like that. You know, unless I'm going for a certain motherfucking goal and I am determined, then yes, I will bring my food. And if someone has to say something about it, I'd be like, yeah, okay. Fuck you. Like, I'm still doing me. Like,
So you're still down for tacos after this? That's what you're saying?
I'm still down for tacos after this. Hell yes. 100%. Hell yes. Al pastor.
A pastor.
You know, okay? Like, I ain't Mexican, but my ex-boyfriend was Mexican, so he got my ass on Mexican food. All right? But seriously, though, like, no, I'll bring my own food. I'll bring my own food if I have to. But no, I'm not going to restrict myself and be like, no, I can't eat dairy.
Yeah.
Like, no, give me my food. I'll eat it because I've been.
Cinco de pastor y un burrito y eso es para aquí.
And you know, a burrito is not Mexican. Burrito is American. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit.
What?
I didn't know. I swear to God, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You go to Mexico,
Solo
you ask for a
son
burrito?
tortas.
Oh shit.
I didn't know
Tortas.
about tortas like that.
I didn't know that.
Tortas are Mexican.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
There you go.
I thought you meant that those were American, man. I was like, damn, I
No,
didn't know.
Because
no.
you're Salvadorian, right?
I'm Salvadorian and Guatemalan.
Okay. Oh, I'm Guatemalan too.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
What part? What part?
I don't know, but I know my parents. That's all I know. But you like pupusas or not? That's the
Love
you
pupusas.
You know how to make pupusas?
You know what?
Oh, here we go.
She said, "I tried, but it got burned."
You know what? You know what?
Se me
It's
infló la
hard.
tortilla.
It's hard doing that whole fucking handwork shit. I'm like, I can't do that shit. I'd rather do a hand job, but I can't do that shit. Like, no, mom, I can't do the pupusas.
I feel you on that.
I'm like, I can't do pupusas. But you know what? If I practice enough, I could probably do it.
Okay.
That's
You know what
fair,
I make?
that's fair.
Do make really good? Tostadas de pollo.
Okay.
That's my shit.
That's
I
your
have to get some tostadas de pollo over here with some Valentina or tapatilla. You feel me?
Hey, I got
shit.
you.
Damn.
All right. So next, what's the next step for you? Like now that you feel that you got some clients under your belt, what do you feel are your next goals? Like what are you looking into now?
Get some more clientele.
Okay.
Like I said, build my body. I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
Every single day.
I don't know what, but okay.
Oh, thank you. But no, you can never. You know, we all have our. Even if we look at ourselves in the mirror, it's like, oh, I could fix this. I could fix that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but to be on a fucking cover of a fitness magazine, that's my new.
Hell yeah.
Like
That's
I
goals.
legit want to do that, and I know I can, and I see myself on one. Like it's gonna be hot pink.
Ooh.
Hot pink. Okay.
It's gonna be hot pink, and me just smiling and being me,
Yeah.
and just people loving me for being me,
Right.
and nobody else. And I tell that to everybody: just be fucking you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think some people sometimes they don't get to understand you, and that's okay because
And then that's not your person.
that's what I'm saying.
Like, let that person go to where they belong. Like,
Exactly.
if you're not gonna get along with me, we're not fucking meant to be friends, dude.
Yeah.
Like, don't force don't force, or even me. Like, a lot of my friends I've lost because I don't get along with them anymore. You know, it's like they do different things, and I don't believe in doing that all day. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
it's like, really, dude? Like, do you really want to do that all day for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I have goals. I have ambitions. Like, you want to find that person and your friends that have those goals
Yeah.
and ambitions
Right.
and more. Like, if you're the smartest person in that room,
You're in the
wrong room.
Yeah.
You know, like, I need to go and find a group that's gonna
Or it's like
help
those-
me grow. You know, and the same goes with my significant other. My
Right.
significant other has to be on top of me.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not that I'm being a gold digger or because I'll be whatever comfortable.
Yeah.
I want to strive for that.
For greatness.
You know, like I don't want to stay comfortable.
And do you feel like he needs to be fit as well? Because you're kind of like,
no, I don't think he has to be fit.
Okay.
Thank you.
As long as I feel like
That's
no,
what I'm
as long
talking
as he
about.
has
Shit.
as long as he kind of works out and takes care of himself, and then I'm okay with that, you know.
Okay.
But I mean, if he's fit, that's a plus.
Okay.
Like,
I see.
Oh, hello, daddy. What's up? You know.
I see. I need to get
You know.
on a plan. She went.
No. But seriously though,
Yeah.
like, but no. If he's in great shape, he's awesome. But if he's not, like, as long as he has goals and ambition, like that's all I really care for. You know.
Talk about fam shit. I knew it.
Yeah.
Anyways, next question. You know what? I got a lot of DMs about this, but I'm about to read it off to you. Just to let you know.
Okay, let's see.
And I kind of got a little upset with this, but it's cool. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So they say, are you single or looking? And if you're looking, the hunt stops today. 6'1", kind of fit, and lives in Arizona. Goes by the name of Jason.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry. Look, I don't do long distance.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You out. Next.
Next.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
I'm sorry. I am single and I am not looking, but
Okay.
I am open.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I see you slide in my DM, and I was like, you know what? She lucky.
Oh,
lucky.
shut your ass
You feel me?
up.
I was like, she lucky. She know a motherfucker be hiking and looking like a snack, almost like an entree. Ain't gonna say much.
Hey, look,
but you feel me?
I'm gonna do all y'all guys a favor. Look. Get away from it.
Give my pen though.
Imagine.
He
Nah.
wildin'.
She said, "Fuck that. I'm
I'm
having
gonna
my
take a
fun."
headband.
All right.
Wait,
So,
I hit the wrong button again.
Here we go. Get that pen away from her, please.
all right. So besides fitness, all right, what do you like? What like? Tell us more about yourself. Besides fitness, so okay, I'm glad that we spoke about fitness. Like, what do you do for fun? Like, what's your getaway from fitness? Because I'm sure, like, at least for myself, I love music so much, but I feel like at times I gotta kind of get away, and watch a fucking movie, and then I'm back to normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you feel is your getaway? You know what I'm saying?
My getaway. Oh, that's a hard one.
Or do you feel like you're always locked in like that?
I'm kind of always locked in.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
that's the challenge of me growing up as an individual.
Okay.
Learning how to balance that, right? And learning what, you know what? And I've always loved painting, and I continue saying it, which is like a sign.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
It's like I love painting, and I love butterflies. Like, and I love painting butterflies. Like, if that's the only thing I paint, then that's all I fucking paint.
Do you have any tattoos that are butterflies?
I have a couple. I have like 3, but I got
Okay.
when I was like younger. But
Okay.
There's a meaning to that, though.
you know what? There's no meaning towards a butterfly. It's just I always believe a butterfly is like free, and they fly. You know, they do whatever the fuck they want.
Hey,
that makes sense, though.
We had a
know?
season where they were migrating. I don't know if you guys saw
Oh
in
my
the
God,
valley
yeah.
a lot of
Yep.
butterflies.
They were
and
all
shit.
over the place. They were
And
all
I
over
was
the
like,
place.
what the fuck's going on? Cindy out here, motherfucking with butterflies and
Cindy
shit.
out here bring all the butterflies.
What the fuck?
Shit.
No,
So
but
painting, you
I
say
would
you
love
like to
painting.
paint?
Yes, I love
Okay.
painting. And my friends make fun of it because I like paint with my fingers sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, fucking
That's
bitches.
cool.
I love. But anything else for fun? I love smoking weed.
Okay.
I smoke some weed. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Everything in moderation, even moderation.
Okay. Okay, but I feel like that's good for people to know too. Is like, you're working out, your muscles are sore. I'm sure weed keeps you cool. You know what I'm
And
saying?
like we were talking about earlier, I have this weed, Flocana. Flocana.
Flocana.
Has CBD and THC. Has some sativa with it.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, and that's been honestly, it's like it doesn't make me stupid or like dumb high. It's just like, ooh, all right, cool. Like I'm alert, I'm aware, I am
has you right.
calm.
Yeah.
I am. My anxiety is gone because everyone has anxiety nowadays.
Do you feel like you suffer through anxiety a lot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know what, and these telephones are the worst.
Yeah.
Like these give you so much anxiety.
Yeah.
Like you put it down, and then 2 seconds later, like you're getting it. It's like
You're
ADD.
back on it.
It's ADD.
Yeah.
You know, it's like these phones are developing ADD in so many people.
Yeah.
Like we're on our phones all day.
Right.
Just scrolling,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can be doing so much more with my life. You know, like I want to better myself, and I want to do it every single day. But what do I waste my time in on my fucking phone?
Yeah.
Scrolling. You know, I want to study to become a better trainer. I want to read for fun, but it's so hard having fucking ADD. You know, it's like I do one thing and then I do the other.
Yeah.
But honestly, my new thing is just rewarding myself with the trip.
Yeah.
So that means I'm going to Mexico in July.
Oh shit!
Like some like exclusive place. Like I'm not even supposed to say.
Shit. Some Fry Fest shit.
Yeah. Low key, some Fry Fest shit. I'm not even allowed to post anything, like post like tagging them or anything. Oh. It's just like, yeah, I'm excited.
Well, at least let us know when you get there. So
I'll post photos, but I just can't like post like the tag them or anything like that.
No, I feel you.
Yeah. Next question.
I like how she looked at you because I'm stuck. Raj was like,
"Hey, talk to me about." No.
I told you I was gonna have it. I told you. Didn't I tell you?
I was like, that's some exclusive shit. I was like, God damn, I gotta go. That's just sound exclusive as fuck. If you tell me, got stuck. My boy got. You gotta
stuck.
talk to me about Eastern Gym though.
Easton Gym. That's where I kind of started. I started as a front desk receptionist for 2 years.
Okay.
And then I started training, and I've been training ever since. So it's like, it's nice seeing like older members that have been there for a while. They're like, oh my God, I've seen you grow up. Mm-hmm. You're a grown lady now. And I'm like, yeah, I look good, I know.
Yeah. I'm on here.
I'm a grown ass woman now. Like, respect me, bitch. Okay. No, just kidding. No, but seriously, no, I've been working at Easton Gym. It's the oldest gym in LA.
Oh shit.
Since 1938.
1938.
That's some fit motherfuckers right there.
Yeah. Like you know what? There's when I worked the front desk, like I saw members that had like, we go by member numbers.
Okay.
Like that's how we check people in. So this member had like a 3-digit number. You know, he's been there forever.
Fuck.
You know, and he was older, and it's just like, I saw him, you know, get older and older and older, and then one day he passed away, and it was just so sad, shit. You know. It's like, but that happens, and it's a way of life. But yeah.
Hey, so I'm glad you asked me for some questions, because at the end of the show I do something that's called Would You Rather with Roy. So I hope you're ready for these questions right now.
Or would you rather?
Would you rather?
I'm not ready for this. Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather love your spouse or be loved by your spouse?
Be loved by my spouse.
Okay. Would you rather be married to someone extremely attractive or be extremely attractive?
Be extremely.
Yeah.
Oh, you selfish. I like that. Okay. If you were reborn in a new life, would you rather be alive in the past or the future?
He's giving you some conscious.
I mean, would I have the knowledge that I have?
No.
Huh.
Oh, okay. So
it's either gonna be in the past or you know what? I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you that. Yes. But it gotta be in the past or in the future.
Having the knowledge that I've had?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The future.
Oh, okay. Last question.
Wait, no. Take that back.
Fuck.
The past.
Okay. Last question. Would you rather make out on your first date or wait for the right time? She said, let me take a drink for this.
She said,
no, no. Anything happens on first date. The fuck?
Okay.
And look, if you like the dude or if you like the girl, then go for it. Why does there always have to be like, oh no, I can't fuck him or kiss him till the second date or the third date?
Now that we're talking about this, shit, you feel me? Now that
my boy got comfortable.
You feel me?
He said, okay, fine, cool. Now that we're talking about this.
Do you think there's a time for all that? Or, you know, if you're feeling that person, fuck it?
I think if you're feeling the person, then go for it.
And cut.
But do you feel like,
end it there.
do you feel like possibly girls probably do that because they feel like, oh, if that happens right away,
he's gonna think less of me.
That's all he wants.
Then he's not gonna be checked in. He's not gonna be checked in with me like that no more after this.
It could be, and that's the mentality for a lot of women, I feel.
Yeah.
But my mentality is, look, I'm not gonna catch feelings right away, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I feel you.
if I like you and I think you're sexy as fuck, and I'm gonna want to fuck the shit out of you one day, why not do it right now? You know, it's like, if I like you, you like me, let's do it. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. Like, if you leave me, you leave me. You stay, you stay. Like, why have to go and let me take him out on the second date? like
City don't give a fuck.
No, the dude that I'm messing around with right now, we fucked the first night, and he's been the best fuck I've ever had in my fucking life. Like,
that's right.
Like,
shout out to him, man. We gotta give him a round of
hell
applause.
yes.
Shout out
Like,
to
oh my gosh, you guys, he's my porn star. You know, like when you know.
Stretch one more time. Stretch one more time.
Huh?
Stretch one more time.
got him.
Yeah, but just if you feel right, feel right. And it's like everything I do, like if it's a hell yes, or if it's a hell no. And not if it's either a hell yes or a hell no. If you got to think about it, then it's a no.
Okay.
It's a hell yes or a hell no.
Okay. See, but that's confidence. I'm glad you got that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You
but
got
I didn't have it.
Yeah, okay. Before we end this, you know, we have a few minutes left. Like, do you feel like you never had that confidence before? Like, what was it like?
I didn't have confidence for a long time, and I feel like that had a lot to do with the relationships I was in, and I needed to be in that relationship to feel confident.
Right.
You know, and now that I've been single for a little over a year now, it's like, I didn't need a man to be confident.
Right. You're welcome. What? Imagine like what? Like,
you know? Like I didn't need a man to be as confident as I am now, and I was like, holy shit! Imagine if I wasn't with a man.
Hey,
like,
sometimes you gotta go through shit like that.
You kind of do. Like, and that doesn't mean that you need to be single to have the confidence. Like, you can have the confidence and be with the man of your dreams. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
But it all comes with growing up.
I think it's just
experience.
Yeah.
Going through a lot of things in life, right? Just growing up.
Are you one to think a lot about your past? Like, do you like dwell on your mistakes a lot?
I don't. I feel like all mistakes and all things that happen in your life happen for a reason. People walk in and out of your life for a reason.
Yeah.
They teach you something, you learn something, and you grow.
Yeah.
You know, and it's either you take that in a bad way or in a great way, and you learn from it, or you don't. You know, keep repeating your mistakes or learn from your mistakes.
That's fucking awesome. And then, what music do you listen to when you're at the gym? Like, I'm trying to think. Like,
anything ratchet. Anything that make my ass shake.
She said, "Real ass bitch, give a fuck."
Real ass bitch, give a fuck about it. No, I like listening to Megan Thee Stallion. She is my shit right now.
Okay.
Megan Thee Stallion. Who else? Ooh. I have a lot. I mean, I love Cardi B.
Cardi B. You can never go wrong with Cardi B.
Never go wrong with Cardi B.
Okay.
So YG up in that bitch.
Exactly. Anything that you hear in a strip club.
Okay.
Is in my headphones.
That's where I be at.
Yes. Me too. Catch me outside. No, inside. Tipping the stripper.
Hey.
Fuck, Cindy, we appreciate you stopping by. This is a fun ass episode. You know what I'm saying?
Episode fucking 53 and you in it. You feel me?
Yeah.
53.
Hell yeah. We out this shit, you know?
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say? Any goals you want to hit?
Shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, shout outs.
We got the board right
Because you already shouted out what's his name? Joseph. You shouted out Joseph. You know what I'm saying?
On Jim Co.
If you guys want a session with me, let me know. DM me. Email me.
Yeah.
Cindy Dela Cruz fit@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or just hit me up on my Instagram. DM me Cindy Dela Cruz fit. I got you. Even if it needs just like some tips or some motivation, you know, it's like, just do this for you. Do this for the future self, guys.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
Do this for you.
And is the end goal to open up a gym one day?
Hell yeah.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah. But I gotta build myself first.
Okay.
That's right.
Right?
What would be the name of your gym right now off the top of your head? What would it be?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Shit.
Fitness de la Cruz. Like that.
Fitness de la Cruz.
Nah.
I
She said, nah, bro.
That's a hard one. Ah, damn. Off the bat. BBC.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Fuck it.
That can go a lot of ways.
Oh, hell no.
Booty by Cindy. Body by Cindy.
Ooh.
BBC. We all know where that
hey.
goes.
That's
all
awesome.
right, I'm just kidding. No, but I don't know. Something with Cindy in it, I guess.
Okay.
Kind of.
Anything else you want to ask, Raj? You interested about? You good? What about you, Pinks? You want to know anything? Pink's ready to go. Damn. All right.
Hanging with Beatdrop. Episode 53.
Cindy, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Hell yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Ayo.
This was fun.
We out.
Out. Thank you.